Hello, welcome to this long promised video on how to use ChemSketch. Now, I asked you all to download the ChemSketch software. It's free from ACD Labs. I provided the link on Google Classroom, so have a look at that and download that. If you're an Apple user, I would suggest you run a virtual PC machine in your Apple on your Apple computer. And once you run a virtual PC machine, you can run ChemSketch as normal. Otherwise, you can look for some apps. I think there's one called Mol Plus Prime that Apple users use, but there's plenty of tools for Apple as well. Unfortunately, lots of them you have to pay for. So if you want to use something like this for Apple, you have to do a lot of looking around before you find something free, I'm afraid. Anyway, this is the initial interface. It looks very confusing and very daunting, but it's not. And most of the things here we're not going to use. I'd say 95% of the things we don't use here. All right, let's get started though. So the first thing you should do is go to Tools at the top here, go to Structure Properties, and make sure Show Carbons. Make sure this is clicked, okay? Because we want to show all the carbons, and then say Set this as default, okay? And I've done that. So now when I draw a structure, the carbons will be shown. So the first thing I'm going to draw is methane. There's a methane. I click on the methane and drag. Now I have ethane. Now I have propane. Now I have butane. Okay, I'm going to these tools up here, these buttons up here, are the select tools. This one is the one I use. You can cover everything and delete it. Okay, right. I'm going to draw butane again. So here we go. One, two, three, four. All right. Now I want methyl butane. There we are. And now I want to stretch this out a bit because I want to see all of the CH bonds. So I click on hydrogen and stretch these out. So I see CH3 there, CH2, CH, and then CH3 down here, and CH3 here. Okay, that's pretty ugly, isn't it? All right, and we want to clean up the structure, and I'm going to clean up the structure by pushing this button here. So there you go. There's my compound there. It's methyl butane, isn't it? It's actually a compound called 2-methyl butane. I can check that. I can select the molecule like that, and I can go to Tools and generate name for the structure and 2-methyl butane, and there we are. Now, if I want to, this is the bad bit about ChemSketch. It's not very friendly when you want to cut and paste into Google Documents. Okay, Google Documents is the unfriendly one. It doesn't take vector pictures very well, and this generates a vector picture. All right, so what we do is go down to your snipping tool. Whoops, that's not my snipping tool. Go to the full screen snip. This is what I would do. All right. Now, again, I don't know the controls on an Apple, but this is available on Windows machines. And I want to snip. And there it is. I select the bit I want, the structure I want. And there we are. And then I say save. And I'll save it into here as methyl butane. Okay, there it is. All right, I'm going to close that now. Yeah, so there's methyl butane. Let's draw something else. I click on carbon. One, two. Let's do butanoic acid. There is butane. Let me pull out the hydrogens again. Like this. It's a bit of a pain, but that's what you got to do, I'm afraid. All right, and this last one, I'm going to add an oxygen to it. There's an oxygen. Obviously, I want a CO bond, so I'm going to click on that and click again, and you get the CO bond. And now I'm going to pull that out, make it an OH, and there you go. This is butanoic acid. Now I'm going to select this thing, clean the structure, and there we are. That's butanoic acid. Okay, right, now let's select the whole thing and make sure I'm right. Go to Tools, generate a name for the structure, butanoic acid. Okay, so that's how you use ChemSketch. The best way to use it is to play around with it. And as I say, what you should do, you should use your screen your screen snap, or what's it called, screensaver. What's it called? Screenshot. That's what it's called. Use a screenshot and save the image. I use the snipping tool. Save the image, and then you can cut and paste onto Google Docs. Then, okay. Otherwise, it's a real pain. You would think you could select this, copy this, and paste directly onto Google Documents, but you can't. Okay. And don't forget the homeworks must be in Google Doc type. Okay, let me finish this and post this now.